What if I told you Canada's Prime Minister helped destroy a rainforest while telling the world he was saving it? This is Mark Carney. He used to be the governor of the Bank of England and the Bank of Canada. He was the UN's Special Climate Envoy. Now he's the Prime Minister of Canada. He is famous for saying, you don't divest your way out of the problem, you own it. But here is the truth. While he said that, his company was doing the exact opposite. They cleared 9,000 hectares of forest in Brazil. That is 11,000 football fields. They just sold the land and walked away. That's not owning the problem. That is called slashing and selling. On one of the Brookfield farms, workers were found in slave-like conditions. A Brazilian court even fined Brookfield over this. On another farm, they tried to kick out indigenous people from their ancestral land. Also, they could sell land for profit. So while Mark Carney's company was slashing and selling, he founded GFANZ, a global climate alliance, and told banks, stop financing deforestation. Then right after he did that, GFANZ dropped their own rules. He said, don't divest your way out of the problem, but his company did exactly that. Now, this isn't just a Brazilian story. Canadian pension funds are invested in these farms. The soy then went to Cargill, which was then fed to chickens, which were sold in UK supermarkets. So people in Europe and indirectly Canadians are eating chicken that have been fed by something that's produced on deforested land. Now, Mark Carney is the Prime Minister of Canada. He says all his assets are in a blind trust, but we know he has future incentives based on the performance of Brookfield. Any decision that helps Brookfield helps his wealth. And as Prime Minister, he's repealed Canada's federal carbon tax while preaching climate action. This is greenwashing at the highest level. He comes from a company that destroys a rainforest and calls it responsible. He's a leader that's profited from that, and now he's being hailed as some climate hero. I would just ask yourself, why is he still profiting from a company that slashed and sold rainforest land? Why is he repealing the consumer carbon tax when he's preaching climate action? Why are Canadian pensions still tied to forest destruction? Slashing and selling isn't just a Brazilian problem, it's a Canadian problem, and it's time we called it what it is. I need to give a huge shout out to MP Stephen Bonk for really exposing the story. For the first time I ever saw it, I didn't see the slash and sell report, really went through and read it all, so really credit Stephen Bonk. Go follow him on X. He's doing great work. This is an awesome video as well. He does a better job explaining it. I just wanted to get this message to you guys. Go check this out.